Hello, y'all. I'm Pluto the Fool, and I am not dead. Sorry for not posting anything on here in a while. D-Reel is going well, it's just that there isn't much I can really show that I would be proud of right now. But it's getting there, I promise. I'll post some updates when I have something more substantial to show, which should be soon, hopefully. Anyway, I figured since Deltarune is coming soon, and everyone else is doing it, I'll give some predictions for Chapter 3 and 4. This list is generally meant to be from most likely to least likely, but as always I could be completely wrong about all of it. This video isn't meant to say anything will definitely happen, it's just what I think might happen mixed with what I hope will happen. With that out of the way, here's my list. More Chris lore. I think it's pretty obvious we'll at least get something about Chris, as this chapter is in the Dreamer House, and the Dark World was also opened by Chris. In terms of what we'll learn, I think we might find out a bit about how they feel in this whole prophecy situation, being a hero and all that. Maybe we'll get some more insight about how they feel about the roaring, or the knight, the angel, whatever. I just mainly think that we'll get at least a bit more development for them. Undyne will be there. I just think she'll show up. Maybe she'll help us out with the secret boss, because we don't have the shadow mantle or whatever to protect us. That'd be cool, I think. She could maybe, throw us a spear like she does in Undertale. Susie Zilla boss thing? Fighting as her? We might also fight against her, but I kinda doubt it. I also doubt it'll play the same as the mecha fight in Chapter 2. I'm not sure what Toby could do with this idea, if anything, but I'm excited about the idea of Big Lizard. Ralsei will be upset with Chris and likely confused. I think Ralsei will eventually find out that Chris made the fountain, and he'll be upset about it. He might end up questioning the prophecy, or even maybe his friendship with Chris. Though I do think it will be resolved by the end of the chapter, but it would be nice to see how Ralsei responds to this whole thing. Maybe more Ralsei lore too. Please, Toby. This is less a prediction and more me begging Toby to give us more backstory for Ralsei. Maybe he'll talk about his past while questioning Chris's actions. Maybe if Chapter 4 is in the church, we'll see a bunch of angel imagery and we'll get Ralsei's view on the angel or something. Maybe. Please. I beg. Green Soul and Purple Soul. My favorite soul. Like I mentioned before, maybe Undyne will let us use the Green Soul by throwing us a spear to protect ourselves or something. I don't know, but the Purple Soul! I don't know how we would even get it, but I like the idea of it happening. I don't know why I like the Purple Soul a lot. It was just really fun to use it in the Muffin fight. It was a great fight, by the way. I don't care what anyone says. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. Chapter 4 will start in the Light World, then we go to the church, then the Dark World happens there, then another Light World segment. Since Toby mentioned that Chapter 4 will be a more normal chapter, I just think that it'll be the same pattern as Chapter 1 and 2 did, where it was Light World, Dark World, Light World again. The ocean, or more specifically just more Onion-san stuff in Chapter 4. I think Onion-san will give us more info on the whole ocean thing. Maybe we'll go there in Chapter 5 or something, I don't know. Also, I should mention Sans here, I guess, because the whole, oh, see me tomorrow thing. I think the bit with Papyrus is going to continue. The whole joke with not seeing Papyrus, and we're probably not going to see him, unfortunately. We might also see Mettaton, because they also said to see them tomorrow. So, I don't remember if any other character says to see them tomorrow. Oh yeah, this isn't in the script, I forgot to add this, but Rudy. I think Rudy will show up somewhere. Likely Chapter 4. I don't think he's gonna die. I know a lot of people say that he's gonna just fucking die. I don't think so. I don't think he would be so insistent about being fine tomorrow if, he was going to die. And, like, yeah, I get, like, realistically, he might just not know that he's about to die, but, like, I think even from a writing perspective, it just doesn't make sense for him to be so insistent that he's going to be fine. The way that he says that he'll see us at church tomorrow, he feels really confident, and it feels more like Toby's way of showing why he just isn't in the story right now, and why he's going to be in the story in chapter 4, because he was sick, he was in the hospital. I feel like there would be a lot more things pointing to him not making it out, like Noelle mentioning it or something. I just think that there would be more things pointing to him dying. It really just feels like he's just sick as an excuse to not have him in the story right now, similar to how the mayor isn't in the story right now, and the excuse for that is that she's just really busy. So yeah. Anyway, onto something that I think everyone can agree on, which will start zero arguments, I'm sure. Gaster won't show up. Lamau. Listen, the only way I could see him showing up would be, like, him showing up as a bit in, like, a cryptid show in the TV world or something. Like one of those, like, Bigfoot hunting shows, or, like, Ancient Aliens or some shit. Which, personally, I would find hilarious, but, like, Toby might find that mean or something, so maybe not. I obviously don't think he'll ever show up, but honestly, even if he is in this game somewhere, he'll probably show up in, like, chapter 5 or 6. Either way, I don't think he's gonna show up now. Anyway, more night stuff. We might get more info on the night, hopefully. Maybe even a reveal of what they look like. Or just a silhouette. Maybe. Please. The entity might show up again. That guy from the start of survey program, who everyone thinks is Gaster. That guy, I think he might show up again, you know? He'll show up at the start of chapter 3, like, what the hell, dude? I left for, like, 20 minutes or whatever. I don't know, because Chris opened the fountain, so that he might come back. Or she, or they, I don't fucking know. We don't know the pronouns of the weird entity dude. Chris speaks? Okay, listen. I know Chris has the whole silent protagonist thing, and also there's the whole thing with the player, which I don't believe in, but y'all already matter about my other hot takes, I don't need another one. Anyway, I think it would be neat if Chris broke their silence in chapter 3, maybe like at the end or something, and maybe talked more going forward. And I mainly think this because of the screenshot we got of Susie sitting with Chris at the diner, I think. And it feels like that's going to be a longer thing of dialogue. Like, that's going to be a really long conversation between the two. So I think it's going to be really weird for that to just be completely one-sided. I really hope Toby doesn't use the whole, like, oh, you tell Susie blank over and over. I thought that would fucking suck, man. Please just let Chris speak. I want to see their personality more. Toby, please. Give them a talking sprite, please. And the most unlikely thing, not gonna happen, but, I'm putting it out there to the universe. I'm manifesting. We get a definitive answer on literally anything. Let's be so fucking for real, guys. We're not getting any answers in 3 or 4, or even any point in this game. We still don't understand, like, 60% of what the fuck Undertale meant. No one can agree on what the theme was, Like, no one even knows what that shit was about. Like, Toby fucking hates telling us what things mean. Oh, it's meant to be open to interpretation. You can't say that for every unanswered question, man. Come on. I listen, I pray that I'm wrong, but, like, it's not looking good, man. There's so much unanswered shit, and it's most likely just never going to be answered, because Toby doesn't want it to be answered, I guess. And as someone who wants answers to everything, because I'm just like that pisses me off so much. Just like in general, when stories do that. But listen, that's a rant for a whole other day, you know, that's a different plate of cookies for a different glass of milk. Anyway, Deltarune tomorrow, bye.